Welcome to my channel. This is Nomadic J. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing, commenting, liking. Please like, and also click that notification bell for the next video. This video is pretty much just me just doing random things in the neighborhood that I call home for the last 30 days. And anytime I go into a neighborhood, I always try to find the basic thing that I want to try to create a routine. And one of the main routine I try to do is try to find somewhere I can work out or run or walk. In this case, this is the perfect location. This is on the opposite side of the beaches that I've been showing you in my first videos. This area is off Carrera 4 and 5, and it's kind of, I consider like a boardwalk. It's about over a mile long, and as you can see in the distance, if you walk from here to there, this boardwalk looks just like this, going all the way around to the end over there. And that's Castillo Grande. I lump this whole area as just Boca Grande. So normally I'll walk maybe 10 or 15 minutes to this park that I'm going to show you soon, where they has some outdoors equipment. That's one of the things I always try to look for. You know, if I don't have an exercise facility in the building where I'm at, then I try to look for something, like a park that has like a workout facility outside. And I've been fortunate to find something in of course, Medellin. I was able to find something, obviously, here in Cartagena. I didn't see anything in Mexico City, but I was fortunate to have a facility in the building I was at. I mean, this is perfect. If you can find facility outside, you can do a lot. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have weights, but if you can utilize facility, you can do a lot. There's also another facility. There's actually two facilities in this area. There's one that I'm going to show you images of, and also another one is at the opposite end on Castillo Grande. This is where I stop off at this park. The name of this park that I'm about to show you is called Parque Coral Gables. Excuse me, I had to think about it. For Coral Gables, which is like the area, the town in Florida, Coral Gables. This is the park. This park is always busy. I'm always here around 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and it's always busy with people. Right now it's not as busy, but sometimes they come and go. But it's always that area where I think that a lot of the locals or whoever do a lot of the exercises at this particular park. These are what I'm looking for. I've seen this in Miami, and I've always appreciated, and I wish a lot more places would have these. It seems to be very low cost, and you can do so much with them, especially this particular equipment right here. You can do pull-ups, dips, push-ups. Oh my gosh, everything. You know what I mean? Even these little equipment right here. Most of these are perfect for older people, in my opinion, or someone who hadn't worked out in a while. But this is definitely where you can get a lot of and maximize your exercise on this type of equipment, where you can do all type of, exercise just from using your legs and your arms. So legs, hands, and arms. So it's a really kind of great facility, and I wish a lot of places have that. But I try to look for that no matter where I go, because I've noticed that it's very common in areas where it's warm pretty much year round. I didn't see it I saw it in Quito, Ecuador, but it was closed off because of whatever, you know what I mean? Because of the current situation. So anyway, and whenever I don't come to this park, sometimes if I do it like a long run and run to the end, I end up going to this park down here. This is a Parque Castillo Grande. I mean, so it's actually, that's why I was saying there's two parks along this area. They seem to have some type of like run club on the weekends that meets here. So, I mean, it's a very active neighborhood, not just full of tourists. This is an active neighborhood where people live. And they seem to be more middle, upper class. I won't say rich. I don't know rich or not, but a lot of those areas, the high-rise buildings are mostly condos. So, definitely a lot of that in this area. And then some days I just go to my favorite grocery store. This is where I get my initial groceries from. When you're trying to get everything and trying to make sure you have everything, this is the best place to go, Olympica. Olympica has all the fruits, all the vegetables, everything you need. The prices are okay. As compared to another grocery store which is further up the road, Caruja's, and I've done a video in Bogota on Caruja. Caruja's is pretty hot, by Colombia standards, but it tend to have a lot of the specialty items, especially if you're looking for stuff, from the U.S. or from other countries. You'll find it, but this one has all the stuff that you need. It's, and some American, based products. But most of it seems to be local. But it's a full grocery store, with a deli, even bake some of their own breads. Plenty of fruit, fresh. It's small, but it's big. It's just packed with everything. And it can get crowded really quickly. So I actually like this grocery store, but I don't go here often. It's only when I'm looking for specialty product, like for instance, oatmeal. I always, anytime I go to any city, I have to find oatmeal and not that powdery stuff. I want something that's real oatmeal. So they have plenty of options instead of that stuff thrown in packages, which I really hate. So I've always go to grocery stores like this when I need oatmeal. Because oatmeal is something I have to have no matter where I go. And I have to have some oatmeal. That's part of the basis for my breakfast. So, but it's a really nice grocery store, to get everything you need if you're in Boca Grande. Upstairs, they actually have like a little dining area. I mean, my host, the Airbnb host, told me about this place. He said it's cheap food. So whenever Colombian tell you it's cheap food, it must be cheap. And I guess it was cheap, but I went here like 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening. And I think it's more of a breakfast, a lunch type place. And it's one of them places where you almost have to go up there and see what they have. You know what I mean? And the both times I went up here, I didn't really see anything of interest. So I haven't really been back. I may still, I never went back, actually. I never really went back. So, but I'm pretty sure they probably have different menu because, again, he swear by it as being a really good place, as if that's where he goes most of the time. So if you're ever in the Boca Grande area, you may want to just check it out, just to see if they have anything special that day. I used to go to this store right here, ARA. A-R-A. That's my grocery store. I use this same grocery store when I was in Bogota. It's small, but it seemed to have, and it's much, much cheaper than Olympica. And it has a little bit of everything you need. If you need the basic and for cheap price, this is it. Sometimes you can find cooked foods like a whole chicken. They cook a whole chicken for for 13 mil peso, which is basically the same price you pay at Costco, or less actually. And or half a chicken, roasted, and also they have some baked goods in there. So it has a little bit of everything if you need it. You can always go to Caruja Express, only if you're nearby. I go there because most of the time I want some of fruit juice or some of the bread they have there, because they have a full bakery. Even though it's a really quick little store, they actually have a full bakery here that's really have everything you kind of need. Now, all the grocery stores that I'm mentioning, ARA and Olympia, is all on Carrera 2. So everything you need is on Carrera 2. Again, Boca Grande is definitely a self-contained neighborhood. Everything you need is in there. The only thing, they really don't have a lot of electronics in that area. So, but you almost have to travel to other parts of the city to probably get that type of thing. But again, this is Caruja Express. There is a full Caruja store further up further up the street on Carrera 2. But this is kind of like near where I stay at. Or you can go into Éxito Express. Pretty much the same, cheaper, but not that much cheaper. It's almost, in my opinion, the same price as Caruja. But it's always busy, maybe because it's further down into the tourist area where a lot of tourists hang out at. But it has some cheaper prices. But Caruja Express is actually better in this sense. Now, I do go there for certain items, that I can't find in Caruja. So it's not that bad when you can kind of do that type of thing. So, but it's a really nice store. And this day, I think I was looking for orange juice. They, down here they have different types of orange juice, which is always fresh orange juice this is punch. I wasn't looking for punch. I was looking for regular full orange juice. And and actually, ARA has, different type of oranges that I like. So I didn't even, in this particular day, I didn't buy any oranges. I just waited till I went to ARA to get the oranges that I really, really wanted. So And then, you know, okay, after once you do your little grocery shopping, if you decide you need to go clothes shopping, well, of course, you got the mall. I already did a video on the mall. Look up here, check out the mall. But then you go to the mall. But I don't think I bought anything out of the mall because it's the mall. You know what I mean? I just look for something really cheap. I go here. You know, this is kind of like their little central area where you buy the cheap stuff. It ain't really that cheap. You know, the normal tourist trap type stuff, you know. I think I was able to get some swimming trunks. I was able to get some sandals. You know, cheap, kind of cheap stuff. You know, I mean, what, $4, $5, no, $7 for trunks and about $5 for some sandals, and I think $3 for like a hat or something, or maybe $5 for a hat. So it was cool. And then of course you got the regular store to shop. Obviously you got your fast food. There's KFC, that's McDonald's, that's Burger King in this area. So you got plenty of places to eat. I mean, again, this is a regular neighborhood to give you plenty of options, all within walking distance. Of course, this is a Burger King. I go here only for the vegetarian burger, you know, similar to what they have in the U.S. Obviously, they don't use Beyond Meat here, but they use something else. You got money exchange. You got plenty of money exchange, as well as casinos on this particular street. I don't have images of casino. If you need to get a COVID test, they got a full building with COVID tests with all the prices right on front. So you don't have to decide. Just look at the prices there. I think I did a good pictures of, you know, what the prices are for COVID tests. So if you need a COVID test, you got option to get a COVID test. And then, of course, the main reason people come here, Boca Grande, the beaches. This is how I kind of end the day. I always try to walk on it. Later in the evening, once to cool down a little bit, just to walk on it because you can't beat it. It's right there. You know, just imagine having it in your area. You can't beat that. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to watch and comment, subscribe, and see you on the next video.